Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here for the singles sneak peek. It is for the weekend, my friends, but what weekend is it for? It could be for this weekend, could be for the next weekend. And whether you find this reading today, tomorrow, or next year, it would be for the weekend that is closest to you. So it doesn't have to be exactly on this weekend. Nonetheless, I'm here to do a reading for you singles. Thank you for gathering here. I appreciate your clicks and views. And if you are someone who's brand new, welcome. We like to be in the comments around here. I hope you'll stay. I hope you will subscribe. And even if you don't subscribe, I hope that you will offer a thumbs up telling the algorithm that you like this programming. Thanks for doing that. If you are my ride or die and you're always here clicking, viewing, subscribing, loving on me in the comments, communicating with other people here, thank you for doing that. You're the reason that I do these readings, and I do appreciate you so much. If you are interested in a private read, my friend, please look below this video at the top of the comments. I have pinned a comment that will tell you where to go to look for a booking, a reading with me. I just want you to know right now that there is some creep in the comments who's trying to pretend that they're me. They've opened up a YouTube account that looks like mine, and I've reported it already. So thank you so much for those of you who have emailed me and told me about it. But this creep is in the comments trying to get your attention. Please know that I'm never ever going to approach you and ask you if you want to have a read. I will advertise it on this channel, but I'm never going to coax you into it. I'm never going to ask you to contact me. So the only way that you can book me is over on Wizio. That's a safe place for you and a safe place for me. So please move to Wizio to do that. Also, for those of you who've been trying to contact me in the DMs, I do not answer my DMs. I never will answer my DMs, whether that's on Facebook or Instagram. I won't go there. I cannot spend my time that way. There's just too many people, and I'm one person, and I'm kind of overwhelmed with all the comments. So thank you if you took the time to do that, but I will never answer you in DMs. That's for your protection and for mine as well. All right. Here we go. Let's talk about it here. We're going to talk about Aries. So this reading, what is it? It is a reading from Aries to Pisces. I'm going to read all of the 12 zodiacs. I'm going to use 12 different decks. I'm going to mark everything down in the description below so you can just follow along and scroll to find whatever it is that you need. But please stop watching tarot for just your sun sign. You really don't know what's going on if that's what you're doing. And also, I'm just going to ask you to please make sure your intuition is in force here. Please don't give your power over to a tarot reader. So, natal charts are free everywhere online, so please go take a look for one. You don't really even need your exact birth time if you don't have it. You can use just 12 midnight or 12 noon, either you're born in the morning or at night, and you will find your moon and your rising. All right, it'll make a rounder picture for you. All right, Aries, let's go. Let's find out what's going on for you. Enough blah blah. Tell me about Aries. We have the Star. What's going on here? There's a wish fulfillment here. It's also healing. Balance and healing here with Aquarius energy. We have the Five of Swords. You're healing from some sort of a disagreement or a conflict of some type here. It might have been a verbal conflict for sure with someone else. We do have another 5 here. Now, when I see more than one 5, for me, when I see 1, it's lack. When I see 2, there's still a little bit of lack here. But when I see more than one 5 as a reader, it tells me that things are about to change quickly. So this is a pit stop. This is not a place where you're going to build a house. It's a place where you're popping a tent, right? So we do have the 5 of Wands in the reverse. And that tells me that somebody here who used to be an indecision is no longer in that indecision. They don't care if there's competition. They're going to go for it. I feel like there is wish fulfillment here. Somebody's going for their wish fulfillment. Now, the thing is that in the near past, we have the 5 of Swords. So it tells me at some point that you are, for whatever reason, throwing down your swords and walking away. I don't want to talk about this anymore. And you are leaving somewhere possibly, or just, it's like this is more like alienation, right? It's like a isolation. It's like you pull yourself out of a situation where you don't want to fight anymore. And I feel like you're in the healing now, but I think going forward that your wish fulfillment is something that you're no longer going to wait for. I think you're going to go get it, Aries. We do have the High Priestess, we have the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the King of Swords. Yeah. So it feels like you've really been working on you. For some of you, this is sort of my combination of somebody who's been seeing a psychologist or a psychiatrist or somebody who's helping you get through your mental state. The King of Swords is somebody who can be quite inflexible in how they think, right? It's a Aquarius energy is a fixed sign, and the fixed signs have a hard time with change, right? Have a hard time changing their mind, changing their opinions, my way or the highway kind of energy. This is also Gemini and Libra because we're in a general reading, but it does feel like someone here is really working on standing up and being seen, being honest, or somebody here is about to make a decision that's best for everyone involved, right? We do have the High Priestess here and the Five of Swords. I feel like you haven't told anybody about this argument or the fact that you threw down your swords and walked away. I feel like you're keeping it with yourself. You're trying to go over it like with your intuition. I feel like you're trying to feel it out even after the fact, post argument. You're trying to figure it out or feel it out here. I feel like you're trying to work on being fair. I want to say being fair and truthful and honest. That is something that you pride yourself on working really hard on. We've got a Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and that's in the future. It tells me here that something here has come to an end or is going to come to an end. We do have the Ten of Swords, which is a painful ending or a betrayal. You could have, in the future, somebody who might betray you financially, possibly. There might be an ending coming to an end. Something might be coming to an end with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe you've already had an ending with this person, but it feels like it's weighing heavy on you. Regardless of when it happens, I feel like if it already happened for some of you, or if it's going to happen in the future, ending this with this person is going to really weigh heavily on you. Tell me about the Five of Swords, please, for Aries. We have the Temperance card, we have the Three of Swords, and the Death card. So I feel like this conversation here was the one that ended everything with somebody. So you come into this reading single because I feel something has ended here. The Death card and the Three of Swords tells me that it was a disappointing situation. It was heartbreaking and I gotta go. I have to transform myself, transform the situation. It's time for something to end because I need to get my balance. And it is a moment of alchemy. I feel like that you realized or that you decided you just couldn't take any more of it. I think you sat here for a while with the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords. That's the Eight of Swords. It's like obsessively thinking about, should I end this? Should I go? It feels like that is something that ended in the past though, but I feel it's the near past. Like I feel like it's yesterday or before that. And it feels like you're in a healing stage right now, trying to listen to your intuition. It may be so fresh or so new, this breakup or whatever it is that you ended. It could be a job. It might be so fresh that you're still trying to digest it. It feels like somebody threw down their swords and walked away. I'm not talking with you about this anymore. It's like you got your victory, but at what cost? And I feel like this is almost like a little bit of you checking in with yourself saying, did I do the right thing? Those of you who have been in long-term relationships or marriages, long-term marriages, that this is sort of the place that you get to after the breakup. It's like, oh, I got to digest it. Did I do the right thing? And it's sort of after the fact, but I feel like you're trying to heal from some sort of an argument you had that ended something for you. Maybe that's coming up on the weekend. We have the King of Wands. We have the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. There are choices that needed to be made, and you made them. You had to wait until you felt inspired to move forward and make decisions here. I feel like you felt blocked for a really long time about what you should do because we do have the Eight Swords here together, right? And it does feel like with the Two of Pentacles that you're wondering, like, is this going to impact me financially? At the bottom of the deck, we did see the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords, which tells me that maybe for some of you, you may have been released from a financial obligation as well. But the Two of Pentacles tells me that, no matter what's going on, past, present, future, that you're trying to stay in balance. I feel as though the star is telling me that this is wish fulfillment, but I really do feel like it's healing. That you're trying to heal the mind. You're stuck now. You're in a place where you're like, I'm never opening up to anyone again. It does feel like somebody here has let someone go. Yeah, I think that's why you're here, because you're now single, but I think it's very new. I think the wound is still fresh. Tell me about the Five of Wands in the reverse. Why is that here? It's like you finally had no indecision. You're like, I don't care. I gotta go. No more indecision. We've got the Seven of Cups. We've got the Nine of Cups. And the Hanged Man, I think what held you back, Aries, is that you have a lot of, there's a lot of water under the bridge with this person that you left here. I feel like you have a lot of memories or nostalgia, a lot of history with this person. And so it was really confusing. It was like they used to be one way and then they turned into something else. And it feels like you couldn't do anything but be the King of Swords. You had to look at it logically. You had to take your heart energy out of it, your emotional energy out of it, and you had to look at it at a place where it's head over heart, because this whole thing was really confusing. It's like you finally, with the Five of Wands in the reverse, decided that I'm no longer going to hesitate on this. It is confusing and overwhelming, but the illusion was that this person was your soulmate. I don't think they were. This person could have been Scorpio or Sagittarius, maybe Pisces, but I feel like this person wasn't your soulmate, but you thought that they were. We do that all the time. We want a soulmate so bad. We want to tell everybody I met my soulmate. So we whip off the sticker and we put it on their forehead, and now we make them the soulmate. But I feel like that the confusion or the illusion was that this was a soulmate. It's put you into the Hanged Man energy. I feel like you are no longer stuck in this energy, but the truth is now you got to heal from it, right? Tell me why the King of Swords is here. It's almost like now with the Two of Swords here, that you are covering your heart. You don't want to be hurt. You didn't want to see the situation for what it was, unfortunately. But I feel like your intuition kicked in with the King of Wands here, and then you felt inspired to, you know what, I gotta go. I can't do this with you anymore. If all we're gonna do is argue, I'm not gonna do this with you anymore. And then you broke free. Tell me why the King of Swords is here, please. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're out of there. There we go. The Knight of Wands. It feels like somebody wasn't giving you any stability, my friend. It feels like you asked for the stability. You're being honest about the stability, being factual and truthful and honest. It feels like you were being very sort of dealing with this, not in an emotional way, but saying, look, the facts are this. You always put me in a situation where you break my heart or you disappoint me, and I haven't said anything, right? The Ace of Swords is on the bottom there. But I do need stability of the mind. And this here tells me that you're out. Tells me that in a moment's notice, it feels like you were just like you had a realization that you had to go. It was time to go, time to take the risk, time to go to the next thing or the next person. To start something new. So I feel like for some of you, if this hasn't happened yet, if this is a conversation that begins in swords, and I think the King of Swords ends the conversation, I feel like, although the King of Wands is here, I feel like that's the inspiration that you had to finally open up this conversation, but I feel like you're the one that ends it. I'm going to say, you start it and you end it. I feel like you take a step forward because you know that this has got to, we've got to do something here. We've got to heal this or we need to be out. And I feel like you're out. I feel like the King of Swords is here for that reason, that you're not getting your heart involved with it anymore. If these are the facts, this is what we're going to do. I'm out. I'm going to something new. All right. All right. All right. So with Scorpio energy, we have fire energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have Pisces energy, more Scorpio, Sagittarius energy. We do have Virgo energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, more Pisces. We do have Aquarius, and then Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini energy. All right, Taurus. Happy birthday, babies. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here, my bull gang. Let's find out what's going on for the singles. Tell me what's coming up for the singles. A sneak peek for the weekend. Tell me about the singles, please. Single Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What's coming up for Taurus on the weekend, please? Tell me about single Taurus. We do have the King of Cups. So we have someone who is available for you. Someone who's emotionally available. The King of Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. This person is quite stoic. They are very psychic. They are someone who knows it, believes it about themselves. They are also someone who is not readily showing you any of their feelings on the surface here. They could be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. I think someone is about to show you their feelings on the surface. We do have the Sun here now. Could be, it is Leo energy. I want to say that there is a King of Cups who is about to show you exactly how they feel. I feel like they want to tell you that they're ready for you, that they're emotionally available, and they want to give you reciprocity here. Their life is very busy, though. I want you to know that, Taurus, that their life is very busy. They have a lot of pokers in the fire. So this person is going to give you reciprocity, right? That's those two large pentacles, right? We're going to give each other equal reciprocity, but there's a lot of other things that are involved here. Like, I have to do this. I have to, the kids and the mortgage and the house and the job and the business. And, you know, it feels like that. It feels like there is somebody here who is going to show up as emotionally available for you. It doesn't have to be a water sign. It could be a fire sign or an earth sign, but it does feel like there is somebody here who is emotionally intelligent, or someone whose heart is open and they're ready to give you some reciprocity. I don't think that this person has ever showed you their feelings before. So that tells me that maybe it is somebody that you already know. This person is going to feel inspired to step forward. With the sun here, the sun is about growth, right? It's also about a breakthrough. So I feel like this king has had a breakthrough. I feel like we're talking about the King of Cups. We could be talking about the King of Wands. I don't feel like these are two different people. I feel like this is the same energy. I feel like this King of Cups is feeling inspired, like the King of Wands, to go get what they want. But they know that their life is very busy, and they're going to have, like, it's going to be like puzzle pieces. I'm seeing puzzle pieces. It's like we're going to have to really be careful with how we deal with this, because I don't want you to feel left out. I don't want you to feel like I don't have time for you. But we do have the Knight of Cups. Now, to me, this is the inspired step forward with this King of Wands, but you could be dealing with Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, right? I feel like somebody has had a breakthrough or a realization that they have fire, that they are very attracted to you, that they have a lot of emotional feelings for you here, that it's not only emotions that they have, but it's also desire. I feel like somebody here, this person is very attractive, or maybe they're really attracted to you. We've got three very good looking masculines here. But I would say that the King of Cups is probably older. They don't have to be older than you, but I feel like that they are older, so which means that they're not younger than you. And I feel like if you're dealing with the fire sign, that the fire sign is younger than you. Tell me more about this. We have the Ten of Cups. There is somebody here who's really serious about you, Taurus. It's like somebody's had a breakthrough, that they know where the fire is. They know where the romance is. They are somebody who's grown up. I feel like they've grown up emotionally. They've become very balanced emotionally. And this person is wanting to give you reciprocity. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles, please. This person wants to return your emotional, romantic feelings. There is somebody here that I think you have feelings for here. We have the Eight of Cups. This person did pull away from you emotionally at some point, or maybe you were the one that pulled away from them, or maybe this is telling us that they acted like they had no feelings. They acted detached from their emotions. But I think that all the while they did have emotions for you here. We do have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Wands. So this person is a friend that you are attracted to for some of you. This is also my combination for friends with benefits. This person could have been in a situation with you where it was a friends with benefits situation. Don't get offended. If it's not your story, don't take it. It's no big deal. Some people are into it, and if you aren't, then it's cool. But I feel like this person presented to you as very detached from their emotions. Maybe you thought that they wanted romance, but they seemed very detached from their emotions. I want to say that this person is somebody who sort of has been in and out of your life over the years. So they are a friend. You know them. The Three of Pentacles tells me that. You know them from the Pentacle world. They could be a friend of a friend. Someone introduced you to them. But they've been in and out of your life over years, a period of years. That's what it feels like, because the Three of Pentacles is here. So maybe over the last 3 or 6 years, they've been sort of in and out of your life. You haven't really dated them. It's a kind of maybe a friendly situation, but this person hasn't really given you a whole lot of stability. Yeah, and they present as quite aloof, like they're kind of detached here. So tell me about this breakthrough or realization that the king has had. Tell me about this for Taurus. We do have the Two of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups, and we have the King of Pentacles. This person is ready to embark on a new adventure in love with the King of Pentacles, which is you, Taurus. That is Taurus energy, but also Virgo and Pisces. Sorry, Virgo and Capricorn in this general reading, right? This person sees you as someone who's very stable and grounded, someone who is very dependable, someone who's always willing to share, and also someone who may be looking for a partner. right? We do have two people here. You'll notice that both of them have gray hair. So it feels like there's wisdom here. Two people have wisdom. I think this is your energy. I think this is their energy. But like I said, it could be the King of Wands as well. It feels like somebody here is ready for the adventure. They're ready to move on or pick another path. And the Ace of Cups is here. They got an Ace of Cups in the back pocket, right? We've got the King of Cups who's got the Ace of Cups right in front of him here. That's why I think we're talking about the King of Cups. So someone who deals in heart over head, someone who's ready now, who's now available, who's now emotionally connected to themselves, and they're not only dealing in passion. I also want to say that if they were a knight, I feel like they have become a king. So somebody has grown or realized or gone through some sort of a breakthrough or revelation that they do have to show you some heartfelt energy as well. There is a Ten of Cups here, and it feels like somebody here, that's the intention. The intention of the king, whoever they are, whatever suit they are for you, is that this romance that was detached from, like we detached from it. And I feel like the reasons that you detach from them or they detach from you is because of life. I feel like life gets really busy or got really busy. Tell me about the Ten of Cups. I feel like the intention of this king is to find somebody to call their own. Look at that. We have 3 kings here now, 4. So we do have an emperor. We're talking about emperor energy. So this person, I feel, is somebody who is looking for the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. They're looking for ultimate happiness. Let's get our families together. They're looking for long-term relationship, all of the abundance. Somebody here, the King of Swords has moved away from some situation here that I feel that they ended up cutting someone out of their lives and moving on. It feels like wherever the king was, it was very chaotic. And so now I understand why I felt that these 2 kings were the same, because I feel like we're speaking about an emperor. So it does feel like this King of Swords here is somebody who I feel is coming toward you because they do want a long-term relationship. They're bringing the Ace of Cups here. This is somebody here who is going to present to you as very aloof or detached. They're not going to be coming at you, hey baby, you know, and making, like, flirting with you and stuff. That's not what they're doing. They're coming here to speak to you in a very head over heart way, to find out where you're at, to find out if you're interested in trying to bring this together. But it feels like you two are both very busy. Tell me what's going to happen here. Yeah, it looks like the Emperor has had an ending. I want to say that somebody betrayed the Emperor. This person is someone that you know. They're probably a friend. The friend with benefit situation isn't for all of you. For some of you, it's like there was an unstable friendship. And what I mean by that is, like, you don't text them every day. You don't see them every day. You might see them once a year. You might see them once every 6 months. It feels like this person's been kind of in and out of your life. They might be part of your soul tribe. But I feel like the Emperor has suffered some sort of a betrayal. And now it's time to move forward. There's a lot of changes going on in the life of the Emperor. And we do have the Two of Pentacles that tells me this person is doing whatever they can to just stay in balance, stay grounded, stay in the present moment, because they have a lot of stuff that's behind them and they're still looking forward to the stuff that's ahead of them, right? Those 2 pentacles there, the past and the future. And that card tells you it's time for you to stay in balance, stay in the moment. So I feel like somebody here is coming in with all their magic words. This here tells me that this person is used to talking people into things. They're used to getting their way. They're used to talking people into way. They are magic with their words. So I feel like there is somebody here that is going to be headed toward you, my friend, whether that's this weekend or another. It feels like they've got this on the mind. Somebody here feels like you are someone that they have a lot of history with, and they want to try the Four of Wands with you. They feel very connected to you, feel very deeply connected to you. So we have Aries energy. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have more Leo energy. We have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy, Taurus. All right. Hope you're having a good birthday season, and happy birthday to you if today is your birthday. Thank you for all your birthday wishes as well from me. All right. Here we go. Let's talk about Gemini. Gemini, you had a pretty good reading yesterday. You just did your reading yesterday. It was very, very cool. So if you haven't seen that reading yet, please go take a look at the Gemini reading. It was a good one. Tell me about Gemini, please. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It is for the single Gemini. Sneak peek for the weekend, please, for the single Gemini. We do have the King of Cups. Interesting. Taurus just had the King of Cups in the same position. If you're dealing with Taurus, you might just want to scroll back a moment and take a look there. We have the King of Cups here. We have the Temperance card. And we have the Judgment card. Look, something is coming up for you here. I feel like you're about to make some sort of really big decision because the universe is poking you in the side of the head. Let's go. Go. That's what it feels like with Temperance here. It's a moment of alchemy. You can't ignore it. It's a shift of energy. It feels like you got to go. I want to say it feels like there is a decision to be made here. So some of you, look, Mercury retrograde ended on the 25th, but we are still in the shadow phase, which lasts a couple of weeks. And for some of you, it could be you're going back around to ask for a second chance. For others of you, you're making a big decision here, which is going to take you on a completely different trajectory in your life here. You're making a decision that you probably didn't see yourself making back here. But the universe is telling you, look, you've been patient. You've been balanced. You're healing yourself. I feel like I know that you're healing yourself because in this reading here, Gemini, you're showing up as the King of Cups, someone who's emotionally available, emotionally intelligent, someone who is not subject to outbursts of emotion, someone who's kind of got it all together and very stoic on the surface. I feel like the Judgment card is telling me that you are about to make some sort of a big decision that's going to change your life here. Tell me more about Gemini, please. Tell me about Gemini energy. We do have the Two of Cups. There it is. Oh, the Empress. Okay. And then we do have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so you're very attracted to the Empress. It feels to me like you are going to take a risk. That's what it feels like. You're going to take a risk in love, my friend. And it might be something that you don't normally do. That you aren't a person, like you're a swords person. You think it all out. You've got the plan, right? You sometimes overthink it, Gemini, right? You're a bit of an overthinker, but I really do feel like you are about to take some type of risk and do something quickly. You might be reaching out to the Empress here. I feel like the Empress changed your life, I want to say. Maybe something they said or they did changed your life. The Empress now is someone who is very balanced in their energies. They have a lot of wisdom. You don't get to be the Empress just because you're a Taurus or a Libra. Those are the Venusian signs which are attached to this because the Empress is ultimately about that, about love, about balance. It's also about growth and creativity. So the Empress is all the abundant stuff. And this is someone who is full of wisdom, someone who doesn't really need anybody. They are doing well by themselves. So there's no need, but there is a want. Maybe this person does want something. But it does feel like this person said something that changed your life. I feel like you're about to take a risk with this person here. But tell me about the Judgment card. Let's go there first. Tell me about the Judgment card and the Empress, please. Tell me about that. So we have Virgo, Pisces energy here. We also have the Empress, who's Libra and Taurus. We do have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have Sagittarian energy here. We have fire energy here, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. We have the Ten of Pentacles in the World card. So now is not the time. I'm going to say that this moment is not the time, but I feel like you're going to make this decision possibly on the weekend or maybe another weekend, but it does feel like this moment, as I drop these cards right now, it is not the time. It may not be the time this weekend, but it does feel like it feels like that this person changed your life. And I don't think, sorry, I'm just listening to Charlie. Hang on, it keeps cutting me off. Yes, there's abundance here. Why are we letting the abundance go? Oh, okay. So Charlie's just saying that this Ten of Pentacles in the World card tells me that I feel like you have reached the financial achievements that you have reached, that you never thought you would make it there. But the Wheel of Fortune being in the reverse to me is not misfortune. It's like it's not time. It's not time for you to go forward to the Empress just yet. But it also does feel like with the World card here, that the Ten of Pentacles, it tells me that you have reached some sort of a milestone financially or in your abundance. And you want to share it with somebody here. But I don't think now is the time for you to connect with the Empress. Why is that? We've got the Four of Cups. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So we do have 8 Pentacles here. You're working up the courage is what it is here. I feel like the Empress may have offered you a cup in the past, possibly, that this is someone that you know. Maybe someone told you about their feelings. We do have the Seven of Pentacles, but you thought it would be too much work. You thought, this person's not where I'm at. I got too much work to do. This person is too much work. This relationship will be too much work. But I feel like you've changed your mind, I want to say. And, you know, it took you a long time to change your mind, but the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. And I feel like it changes, and I feel like you will be changing your mind, but you're not doing that right now. So none of this may make sense to you as I'm reading this right now. But I want to say that there's always been this Page of Pentacles here. This Page of Pentacles has always been available to take in some sort of a message. And I feel like now that your finances are on point, now that you've come through some sort of a portal and shut the door on an old chapter, it feels like you're now looking for someone to share your pentacles with. Tell me about the Two of Cups here, because it feels like the moment of alchemy is here for you to invest in somebody and speak up about that. We do have the Magician. I feel like you're hardcore manifesting right now, and I feel like you're manifesting love. So I feel like although you're not going toward the Empress or toward the abundance, I feel like you are in deep thought about that right now, because the moment of alchemy is here. Your Ace of Pentacles is out, right, in the hand of the Page, and you're ready to invest in love. So I feel like with the Queen of Swords that you needed to liberate yourself from a different situation in order to follow your path of wish fulfillment. So it does feel like whatever you want wants you. I'm going to say you had to liberate yourself from a situation first and before you can move forward, and that's why it's not time. That's why it's not time right now. So it feels like that maybe you've just, like, it feels new, like you've just liberated yourself from a situation, and that you're not necessarily moving forward into some sort of a love situation here just yet. But we've got the Eight of Wands. You do want to communicate, though. We've got the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So we do have two people that know each other. It feels like we haven't spoken with each other in a while because of the Knight of Pentacles. It's been a really long time. I've been very careful, and I'm going over the details now, and the Eight of Wands is telling me that things are about to pick up or speed up, because the Knight of Wands is the risk. Somebody's about to charge in and take a risk. I think it's the Emperor. So I feel like you are the Emperor. I feel like you know who your person is, but I don't feel like it's this weekend that this is going to happen. I feel like this is the weekend that you get the nudge from the Temperance energy, that it's time for you to go forward to the Empress here, because we do have the Empress. I feel like you're very much in love with the Empress here. We do have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords and the Four of Coins. So you're actually not open to it just yet. I feel like you're still healing with the Four of Swords, and we do have the Six of Pentacles. You do want the reciprocity. You want the long-term relationship, but I feel like there's a bunch of healing that has to be done first, and I think that's wise. Look, too many people just, they have a relationship that breaks down, and then they're just back on the apps, crashing into someone else's life. And I don't think that you're doing that. I think that you're healing first. So we have the Emperor, who is Aries. We have Virgo energy. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy. We have Libra and Taurus energy. We've got Virgo, Pisces energy, Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We've got Sagittarius energy, and Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer energy. Take that as it resonates for you, my friend. All right, Cancer. Tell me about Cancer, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer. Single Cancer for the weekend. Tell me about the sneak peek for the weekend for Cancer, please. Tell me about Cancer. Cancer, we have the Ten of Wands. I feel like you're about to drop some burdens, or maybe you've just dropped these burdens, but it's on your mind. Nonetheless, it's on your mind here. The Ten of Wands is something that you've been carrying around that is heavy. You no longer have to carry this. Whatever it is, it's time for you to put it down. We have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Wands. So it feels like there is some sort of an investment, or the Ace of Pentacles tells me it's a new path, and it feels like the path turned out to be really heavy or burdensome. It might be with someone that you have deep feelings for or a deep connection to. We've got the Four of Wands here. The Four of Wands is also home. So I feel like there is something going on in the home, whether it's financial or otherwise. Maybe something's broken down. You got to replace it. For some of you, it could be that's coming up this weekend. But it feels like there's something that's weighing on you that's heavy in the Four of Wands. So whether that to you is a deep connection with somebody or in your home, your homestead, it feels like for some of you, you might have to put money into the house. Something might end up breaking down here. But I do feel like this Ace of Pentacles is telling me that you really do want to invest in something, but that it's weighing heavy on you. That it's like whatever, like at what cost? Like you want to invest in maybe a home or maybe a person that we're talking about, but it feels like at what cost? What is it going to cost me? And we're not necessarily talking about money. We've got the Page of Pentacles and we've got the Moon energy here. Okay, there it is. So you're not really sure what to do about this here. Pardon me, because the Moon energy is here, we've got the Seven of Wands. So you're very defensive about beginning again. That's what it looks like. It's the Seven of Wands is about standing your ground on a point. It's like holding your ground or deciding what you want to do and not letting anyone else change your mind about that. But I feel like with the Moon energy here, that the Moon energy is like you're feeling some type of way about the Four of Wands. You're feeling like maybe I should invest, but I'm standing my ground. Maybe something has been growing here. I'm not really sure what could happen here. The Moon tells me that things are not as they seem, that maybe you're projecting something onto the Four of Wands that's not really there. So I want to say that the Moon can also be fear. Can't see in the dark. I don't know what's coming up behind me. Like it feels like somebody has a fear of maybe relationship or moving in or something like that. We do have the Page of Pentacles here and the Ace of Pentacles. Two Pentacles tells me that you are just barely staying in balance because of all of these burdens that you're carrying here. It feels like you have to be, not have to be, but maybe being a little more flexible with how you're feeling about the situation might help you out of it. Tell me about the Four of Wands and the Moon energy here. Things are not as they seem. We've got the Five of Wands in the reverse. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Four of Cups. Wow. That is really some energy of confusion is what it is for me. The Five of Wands is I'm no longer in indecision. It's in the reverse. I'm no longer feeling in lack. I'm no longer feeling like I can't make this decision. But do I want to make the decision? I feel like you're on the verge of making a decision because we have 5 and 4, which is 9. But I feel like it's burdensome. Making this decision for you is burdensome. The confusion that I see here is that you're bored, but you want to move forward. So the Wheel of Fortune is all about change, right? It's all about change. It says time to move on here. So you must move forward. You must move forward. There's a lot of change. I want to say you've been stuck in this place for a while with the Four of Cups. And so I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is coming to push you into something more positive. It feels like you're coming out of the dark or coming out of a place of that it's been really heavy in the Moon energy. Like you're coming out of a really heavy dark cycle. That's what it feels like here. So if you're the one who's been dealing in heavy and dark energies within yourself, I feel like that's about to alleviate because the Five of Wands is in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune is here. If we're dealing with a person, like relationship, I feel like you could be dealing with someone who is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, maybe a Sagittarius. Pisces, Cancer is here, which is the Moon. That could be your energy or someone else's. What are these burdens that you're carrying here, Cancer? We've got the Three of Wands. We've got the Chariot. So you're waiting to move. You're trying to find the courage to move forward. I feel like the universe knows that. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is here. When the major arcana show up, like the Moon and the Wheel of Fortune and the Strength and the Chariot, these are things that are coming at you 100%. You don't have a choice as to whether you can't stop them from arriving, but you do have two choices to respond or react. One is going to be One is going to be throwing it out there, I'm going to react, and the other one is going to be like, I'm going to take it in and think about it first before I make a decision. So I feel like you're trying to find the courage to move ahead, move forward to a victory. But I want to say, Cancer, with the Chariot here, that your feelings are under the surface. And so that's what the confusion is about the Moon and the Four of Wands. So you want to be strong, you want to be courageous, but you're holding back your emotions, and you're waiting for someone else to come to you first and tell you about their emotions for you before you tell them about yours. The Seven of Wands tells me that you're holding your ground on the Page of Pentacles, which is, I can offer you something small, but, I'm kind of going to keep you at arm's length for a little bit yet. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We all should do that. Keep people at arm's length until we really know if we're compatible. Because just because you're attracted to the outside doesn't mean you're compatible. Doesn't mean your lifestyles are compatible, or whatever's going on for you individually is going to be able to mesh. Tell me about the Seven of Wands, why you're keeping them at arm's length. The Knight of Wands, the World, and the Queen of Swords. So you've got somebody at arm's length. I feel like that maybe this person may have been someone that you possibly would have had a physical relationship with, somebody who maybe it was physically intimate with them already. I feel like that's not what you're down about right now, though. I want to say the World card is here, and so I want to say that there is some sort of an achievement, that you don't want to be in this player energy anymore. You don't want to be in this energy of instability anymore. I did a reading for Cancer, and somebody said, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know about the Cancer energy. They're not players. Who the hell are you to tell a Cancer how to act? And that's all I'm going to say. So it depends on the Moon and the rising, and there are Cancers out there who are players, and there are Cancers out there who would never play, and you're not the one who gets to make that decision. Maybe you made that decision about you, bravo, but that's not what I'm reading here. What I'm reading about is somebody who's been in the Knight of Wands energy, someone who's not given a lot of stability, someone who's been in and out of people's lives, someone who possibly is doing a little bit of player energy. But I want to say that this is telling me that it's over. I don't think you want to do that anymore. It's not benefiting you anymore. So the World card is here telling me that this is a milestone for you, that you're no longer doing that. You're no longer going to be in a relationship with this one, that one, and the other one. I feel like you're looking at settling down because the Four of Wands is here. But I think that the Moon is bringing you fear, I want to say. The Queen of Swords tells me I want to talk about it. I want to say something and be really honest about what I want to do next. And when I end this cycle, I'm going to start this next cycle with being honest with me, being honest with other people. It's time to open a conversation here and talk about this. Talk about the reasons why I did it, or the reasons why I've been doing it with you. But this, we have the Fool, and the Fool energy here is telling me that you do want some sort of a new beginning, right? So after the World, which is the last card of the Major Arcana, we show the Fool, which is the very first card. So the ending and the beginning. So I feel like you want to be far more noble. You want to talk about it. I don't want to have things under the surface anymore. I don't want to have you at arm's length. I don't want to be scared of the Four of Wands. I feel like you're trying to gain some energy of strength here, and I feel like things are going to be moving in the right way for you. But right now with the Four of Cups, I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is here as a blessing to bust you out of some sort of boredom here. The Five of Wands being in the reverse. So we've got the Two of Wands. You are at the precipice of making some sort of decision here. All right. We do have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have Aries energy. We do have Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Pisces and Cancer energy. And we have the Chariot energy, which is Cancer as well. All right. All right, here we go, Leo. This is for you. Tell me about Leo for the weekend. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo for the single Leo for the weekend. Sneak peek for this weekend. Tell me about the sneak peek for this weekend. Tell me about Leo. We have the Emperor. What are you taking charge of here, Leo? The Two of Pentacles, your stability. The Ten of Cups, you are stepping up. The stability in your home is what you're taking care of this weekend, I feel. That's the thing that's most on your mind. I want to say getting things in order. getting things in order and figuring out new ways to make money. Two of Pentacles could mean that maybe you're in a bit of a financial crunch, and the Emperor energy is telling me that you want to take charge of it. You want to make something different from it. You're going to work on it. You're going to get stability in your finances. It feels like you're doing something so you can have some stability and happiness in your home. That's what it feels like here. Tell me more about this. Got Aries energy here. But when the Emperor is in the room, so are all the kings. Keep in mind, right? Because the wisdom of the Emperor is all of the energies of all of the kings. We do have the Ten of Swords, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. It feels like somebody here may have had an ending with a queen. The Emperor may have had an ending with a queen. I feel like I'm talking about you as the Emperor, Leo. The Queen of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I want to say that it was almost like a betrayal, like you feel betrayed by this person possibly, and it put you in this place of barely keeping in balance. I feel like this person is a friend or someone that you know. We have the Two Pentacles and the one in the hand of the Queen. That's Three Pentacles. There's a partnership here. So I don't think there's really, love. We're not in love with each other, but we do know each other. There is some sort of a pentacle relationship, whether we are on each other's team or we support each other in life, or maybe we network together. But it feels like you feel a bit of a betrayal from this queen, and we'll clarify that just a little bit. I want to say that if you have been dealing in hardship, loss of finances, or not really been happy with the way your home life is, that's about to change because the Wheel of Fortune is here. I also feel like your relationship to the Queen of Pentacles is going to change. This could indicate that finances are going to be really good going into the future, but it also could indicate that your relationship with this queen, the friendship, your relationship is going to change from maybe friendship to love, or maybe that's something that you're thinking about. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune, because it feels like your stability is about to come together, Leo. I feel like there is what's about to change could have to do with your finances, right? I was talking about the Three Pentacles, and it appears it's right here. So we do have the Ace of Cups that came back out. We do have the Three of Pentacles. It does really feel to me like there is somebody that you have emotional feelings for, or someone that you really are connected to in the way of the Ace of Cups. It's like you have overflowing emotions for this person, but you're worried. It feels like you worry about this Ace of Cups. The Three of Pentacles tells me, again, that there is something that has begun in the Three of Pentacles. We're on each other's team. It could be a person, right? This could be an opportunity as well. Pentacles are about opportunities as well. I feel like maybe for some of you, you want to give the Queen of Pentacles an opportunity to be in love or to move forward with some sort of an emotional connection here. Tell me why you're worried though, because the Nine of Swords is here. It's like the Ace of Cups worries you, my friend. You worry about this. You want to talk about it. You want to have some sort of reunion and heal it. So I do feel like there has been some sort of an ending or a tragic betrayal or tragic ending here with the Queen, but it feels like with the Wheel of Fortune here that things are about to pick up again. I feel like this was something that happened in the 3D. Well, I feel like the universe has a different plan for you and the Queen. We do have the Sun. We do have the Four of Swords, and we have the Hanged Man. So it might be that you've been healing and seeing things for what they really were. Maybe this truly was not a betrayal, but maybe just an ending. Maybe it was a release. It was time for you two to release each other while you were healing, while you were growing, because the Emperor here is someone who is at the top of their game, right? The Emperor is someone who's at the top of their game. They are also very stable, very sturdy, someone who is really working hard on their pentacles. They run everything. So I want to say that it feels like maybe if you're the Emperor, it could be masculine leaning energy, but the Emperor also has feminine energy, so masculine or feminine, that you're taking charge of your pentacle world. That's what it feels like, and that you are coming to a place where you are holding everything. So the job or the business and the home and the children, you might be a single parent. I want to say that this Queen of Pentacles here is one who maybe is an overgiver, and I feel like it made you uncomfortable that this person overgave to you, and that might be why the Ten of Swords is here. Maybe you pulled away or retracted because this person is an overgiver, and that's what you realized, and you weren't ready for that. That's what it feels like. The Sun energy here is about growth though. So I feel like you've had a realization since this ending, and you've had some healing and some time to think by yourself here. That's why it's you know, it's so very important that everybody thinks when someone pulls away from them that it's time for us to trash them and be angry and be, you know, disparaging in the comments about them. But the truth of the matter is sometimes we don't have enough lessons in order to be able to keep the relationship together. One person realizes that and one doesn't. And the one who's pissed off and angry, that's the one who doesn't realize that divine timing is at play. And sometimes we have to come back around again, because whatever's meant for us will never pass us by. But sometimes we have to take a moment by ourselves so we can up the ante, so we can grow, so we can learn some things. And look, now we come back together as the Emperor and the Empress. It does really feel like you've learned some lessons here, Leo. And I want to say that now you've leveled up to the level of the Empress, who is actually the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. It tells me that possibly this Empress is shut off and shut down, not talking to you, not giving you any of their energy. I feel like this is miserly energy from the Empress. The Empress is not speaking with you, but I feel like you wish to get back together. I feel like you wish to have like excitement, go on this new path. Look, there's love and the Ace of Pentacles here. So I feel like you're into it with your gut right now, that you're thinking about it, that your intuition is telling you to go get this person. Your intuition is telling you to go get them and ask for a second chance with the Judgment card here. I feel like somebody here is probably going to do that, but it's going to be like a risk or an instantaneous thing. And the Emperor doesn't usually take a risk. They can't afford to. But I feel like in this case, I feel like you've grown up from this Knight to the Emperor here. And it feels like you're ready to go on some sort of an impromptu love investment here, because I feel like you're going to message somebody, but I also feel like this is the beginning of a new passionate path that is, in its infancy. We have love. It will grow to love. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, where we end up investing in each other. But I think that right now, this is where you are, quiet, not saying anything, very silent in the Hanged Man energy. I feel like you want to heal this with this person here. You want to have a conversation. You want to let them know how you're feeling about them. And I think that you just want to heal it. I feel like you see this Empress as your wish fulfillment, but you don't know where to start with the healing. You don't know where to start. How do I talk with the Empress? How do I open up conversation? But I think the Ace of Wands is telling me that you do want to open a new path with this person. We do have Pisces energy here. We have Gemini. We have Aquarius energy here. We do have Aries energy. We have the Libra and Taurus energy. We have Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And of course, the Empress is the Aries. All right. All right, Virgo, this is you. Tell me about single Virgo for the weekend, please. Tell me about the sneak peek for this weekend for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Virgo. Ooh, okay, what's that? What is that? We've got the King of Pentacles that just sort of flipped out and did a double flip. Here, we've got the King of Pentacles. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. That is your energy. The King of Pentacles says, I got something to say. Tell me what you've got to say, Virgo. We've got the Queen of Wands. Interesting. And we've got the Star. So it does feel here like there is wish fulfillment in the distance. And it feels like you want to be seen, because that card just popped right out of the King of Pentacles card, popped right out of the deck onto the table. Actually onto my chest first, and then I put it on the table. We've got the Queen of Wands energy here. I feel like you are ready to run at your wish fulfillment with reckless abandon. You don't really care what anybody thinks. I feel like you're acting independently, and I feel like the Star is telling me that you're reaching out for what it is that you have always wanted. Tell me more about this. So in this deck, the stars are pentacles, the cups are moons. Tell me more. We've got the High Priestess energy. It's your intuition that's telling you to go. Interesting. A new cycle is coming, my friend. You are reaching out for wish fulfillment to begin something new. A new cycle is coming. The new moon is here. That's specific to this deck by the way. There is energy here that's telling me that you are about to unlock something. You're about to unlock some sort of a new cycle. And your intuition is on high at this time. And I feel like your intuition is on high. And I want to say this is a time for you to start a business, make an investment, you know, that kind of thing in the Pentacle world. So if you're maybe wanting to buy the house or buy the car, or it feels like your intuition is on high and your energy levels are also on high, and you're feeling very confident, balanced, and grounded. You're feeling like you know what you're doing and things are going to work out. And I would say that's the energy that I'm feeling here. But I feel like you're ready to unlock some sort of a new level here. Some sort of a new level. You're going to be reaching out for something that you've always wanted. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, and that's your energy, right? That's Virgo energy, going over details and being very specific and careful with the way that I approach this new cycle. The way that I approach whatever it is that you're reaching out for. Could be a person, the star could be a person, but I think it's your wishes that we're looking at. I feel like you've been really patient and you have waited. You've been sitting here waiting with your high priestess energy. And I've always said that Virgos are very psychic, and sometimes it's almost torturous for you because you're so very much about the details, and it can lead into a place of being stuck in a cycle within the self of looking over details, checking with the intuition, looking over details, checking with the intuition. It's almost like it can end up being a little bit hellish for you and sort of put you in a place where you're kind of frozen, that you don't move. But I think you've decided, instead of not moving, that you're going to move towards something slowly here. What's the wish fulfillment? We've got the Knight of Swords, we've got the Fool, and we have the Chariot. So you are ready for this wish fulfillment. It feels like you want to tell somebody about it. You want to start something new here with the Fool. You want to take some type of leap of faith, and I think that the leap of faith you're taking is verbally. I think you're about to tell someone that they are your star, or that they are your wish fulfillment. So I think that the risk or the leap of faith that you're taking is going to be rushing in on someone to give them the information that you're feeling really sort of balanced in their energy, that you really do want victory with them. But I feel like the hard part here, Virgo, for you is showing them your emotions, showing them all of your emotions on the surface here. Tell me about the new moon, please. What's the new cycle going to bring for Virgo? Sun, moon, rising, Venus and Jupiter. We've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Tower, interesting. And we've got the Page of Wands. So I feel like the new cycle is going to be a breakthrough. It feels like you're breaking through the Seven of Wands. And I feel like you've gone to a place where you've constantly kept everybody at arm's length. That's what you do to keep yourself safe, I feel. The Tower is telling me that there is a very big, shocking change that's coming to the Seven of Wands. I feel like this person who is the wish fulfillment here is somebody who's going to make you drop your weapons. That's what it feels like. They're going to make you disarm. They're going to disarm you. We do have the Page of Wands here, and it feels like there is communication. I feel like you are going to communicate with this person, and like I said, you're going to take a leap of faith in verbally, like with words. You're going to reach out and speak with them. The Page of Wands tells me you might be a little bit flirty with that, but that it's a momentary decision. Like, boom. I'm sitting on my sofa watching my favorite trash TV, and then all of a sudden I'm like, that's it. Now's the time. I'm going to pick up the phone and text that person. So the Tower tells me that what comes falling down is the illusion. The illusion is the Seven of Wands, I feel. That you felt like you had to keep everybody at arm's length in order to be safe. Tell me what the wish fulfillment is for Virgo, please. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Four of Cups, and we have the Eight of Swords. So the Wheel of Fortune is moving you forward. What's changing is the Four of Cups. I feel like you're not going to feel bored for soon, very soon. That you're probably going to communicate with this person and things are going to pick up. But I think first you got to get past the Eight of Swords. It feels like you've been overthinking the situation about this new beginning, about reaching out to this person verbally and telling them exactly how you feel. It feels like because your feelings have been under the surface, you're not really willing to share that with them yet. I feel like you're going to stop moving so slow. Things are about to speed up. The Eight of Pentacles is here along with the Page of Pentacles. And so it tells me that what you're going over last minute details, and then you're going to stop moving slow. Ten of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So it's the end or the release from moving so very slowly and cautiously. The Eight of Pentacles tells me that you've gone over every possible scenario in your head, and that it's time to reach out and give this person the Page of Wands, a Page of Pentacles. So not only are you feeling it right now when the Tower falls, but you're now materializing it. It does feel like you are going to, transform here. So we do have the Eight of Cups and we have the Ten of Pentacles. Look, I feel like this is somebody that maybe you pulled away from, or maybe you were keeping at arm's length. The Eight of Cups is here telling me that there's a disconnect of emotion, but I feel like that's the end of that. I feel like you are getting reconnected because of the Death card in the Eight of Cups. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. It ends up in something that is kind of long-term here. You are the Emperor. You are the one that needs to take charge. Whether you're the feminine or the masculine Emperor, it's up to you. You're the one that needs to take charge of the situation. Get it together and decide what you're going to do. But I think it's the Eight of Swords that has got you, up in your head here. But it does look like you will be making some sort of communication. I feel like there's been some hardship here, that you have either broken someone's heart, or it was a disappointing situation, or maybe they broke your heart. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like there is going to be communication. I feel like you are going to reach out to someone on the weekend. All right, Virgo. We have Cancer energy. We have Scorpio twice, lots of Scorpio energy, Aries energy. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Pisces. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo again. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Gemini energy and Aquarius energy. All right, Libra. This is for you, my friend. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Libra, this is your sneak peek for the weekend. Tell me what's coming up for Libra, please. Libra singles for the weekend. Tell me what's coming up for Libra. We do have the Page of Swords. Are you watching someone, Libra? Maybe you are the student right now. Maybe you're learning something here. Tell me about the Page of Swords. We do have the Six of Cups. You may be watching someone that you've known for a long time. You might be watching them in the neighborhood, maybe at the place where they work, possibly online. We've got the Magician. Oh, what are you going to do? You're making a plan of some kind. You're kind of watching the movements of this person. Now, like I said, it could be in person. It could be like maybe, the person that works at the coffee house or the grocery store, but it also could be online, someone you're watching. But it feels like you're learning something, and it's almost like the Magician is giving me the energy of, I think I can keep up with this person. You're watching someone who you feel has magic, but what I want to say is, if you're watching this person because you really have a lot of memories with them, maybe you miss them. Yeah. And I feel like the Magician energy here is telling me that whatever you want wants you. So if you are watching this person because you're, attracted to them, or wanting something more with them. We do have the Star energy here, wish fulfillment, right? So I think as you're watching this person that you do have feelings of wish fulfillment, like maybe this person is your person. Six of Wands, you're almost at the point where you want to say something, where you want to stop watching. You actually want to say something to them or take a step forward. The Six of Wands is about, finally getting to a place where people recognize you. So I think you want to be seen by somebody here. They could be an Aquarius, they could be a Leo or an Aries possibly. We do have the Moon energy, but you're worried or scared to do it. Things aren't as they seem. So it feels like somebody here is about to embark on some sort of a new journey here towards somebody who they feel might be the wish fulfillment. And I want to say, if that's you, that this person, I feel, wants you to do that. Like, that's what it feels like here, that there is an energy here. They could be a Leo or an Aries possibly that you're watching, but we do have Oh, look at that. We have the Strength card, the Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. You must find the courage to poke your head up out of these Seven Swords. The Seven of Swords is something that's being concealed. I've got something to say, but I'm not telling you about that. I'm not telling you that I have something to say. I'm trying to find the courage to be seen by you. So Libra, it feels like you're trying to find the courage to be seen by somebody here. It says Libra energy with the Queen of Swords. Also Gemini and Aquarius in this general reading. But it does feel like you want to liberate yourself from silence or secrecy. You're trying to find the courage to do that. Tell me why the moon is here, please. Tell me why the moon is here. It's Cancer and Pisces energy here. We've got, you want to say something. The Knight of Swords is here. The Five of Pentacles. But you're scared it's going to end up in an argument or a fight. So the Knight sort of charges in, right? Not really paying any attention as to whether somebody wants to hear from them or not. So make sure that you're aware of what's going on here. But the Knight of Swords tells me that you have something to say, and it might be about things from the past. I'm just saying, because the Knight is pointing into the past. But we have the Five of Pentacles here, and that tells me that we go from the Five of Pentacles to the Five of Swords. So be careful about that, because if you do rush in on somebody who's not ready, and you're not ready, it could end up in an argument or a fight that could put them on the outside looking in again, or you on the outside looking in. Now, when I see 2 5s in a reading, as a reader, when 1 5 shows up, it's lack, but when 2 5 shows up, it tells me that this is about to change quickly. So I feel like you won't be on the outside looking in much longer. I feel like the Five of Swords is telling me that you are worried that there is going to be arguments and fights because we've blocked each other or we haven't spoken with each other for so long. But what you want is stability with this person. And I feel like with the Hanged Man energy is that you're willing to sacrifice whatever you have to sacrifice to be able to speak with this person. You don't like being blocked off or blocked by them. We have the Two of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So I feel like the wish fulfillment here with the Star energy, Aquarius energy, the wish fulfillment is telling me that you really, what you want to offer this person, I feel, whoever they are, is somebody, I feel like what you want to offer them is like pairing off to the exclusion of everyone else. It feels like you want to date them exclusively. And you want to bring some romantic balance back into the situation here, some emotional balance, because we are dealing in a lot of swords here, right? It feels like there's been a lot of thinking, but it feels like what you want to talk about is the Two of Cups being in reverse. You want to talk about the breakup or the fallout or having the lack of trust in love. You're at the crossroads, I feel like, with the Ace of Cups here, and you do want the reunion. So it does feel like I'm reading for somebody here who does consider themselves single right now because there has been a breakup. But I feel like what you want to do is step back over the line once you find your courage to say something about the things you've never said before. So it feels like this weekend, instead of waiting for this person, it feels like you're going to show them your feelings. It feels like it's been a long time since you've shown someone your feelings on the surface. You're waiting to feel trust enough, like to trust them enough to be able to ask them out or reunite. The Three of Wands is here, right? Those are the ships that are coming in. You're waiting for this moment. You're waiting for a moment of, this magical energy. You're waiting for a moment like, okay, it's go time. It's like you're waiting for the universe to notify you that it's time. It's time to speak with this person that you have not spoken with for a while, but it feels like you still love them a lot. It feels like you still have a lot of love feelings for them. We have Pisces. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. We do have Gemini. We have Pisces and Cancer, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, a couple of Leo cards. We do have Aquarius twice. We have Aries energy. All right. Give me 1 second for a break. I'll be right back. All right, Scorpio, here we are with you. Scorpio singles. Let's find out what's going on with you. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's find out what's going on with Scorpio singles. For the weekend, sneak peek for the weekend for Scorpio singles. What's going on with you, Scorpio? Let's find out what's going on with you. We have the Emperor front and center. Why is that? We have something that's flipped here. Might as well take it. It is the Devil card. Interesting. And we do have 3 major arcanas. I just want to see if anything has... I thought something had flipped here. I guess not. Okay. All right. So we do have the Devil card. We have the Emperor, and we have the High Priestess. I want to say that your, I feel like your energy here is the Emperor energy, because the Emperor is the King of Cups, and that's you, Scorpio, right? So it does feel like there is something here. It's like your intuition is on high. I want to say that there is, like, it feels like you're feeling a danger or an attachment, or I want to say somebody who is like codependent with you. It feels like with the High Priestess here, it feels like you know that this Devil energy is around you. That's what it feels like. You know that the Devil energy is around you. Maybe it's making you feel scared or worried. And I mean, the Emperor's not really scared, but you know what I mean, right? It feels like somebody's scared to take on the challenge. I want to say this could be your energy, but it feels like the Emperor is like the one who shouldn't be challenged, right? The one who is very stable and sturdy, the one who knows what's up, the one who makes the final decision. But I want to say that there's Devil energy here, and your intuition is on high. So it's almost like you're trying to make some type of a decision that is, yeah, it's almost like the Devil's playing with your energy. That's what it feels like, or you feel that way. But it feels like you're trying to make some type of decision. The intuition is on high. You're like, I do need to take charge of some type of situation. My intuition is telling me that I have to do that. I feel like you're being silent or quiet about that energy. But then the Devil energy here is a little bit of fear. It's doubt as well. It's like, can I really do it? We've got the Moon energy, we've got Strength, and we've got the Three of Swords. So look at this. Wow. So we have 6 cards, and 5 of them are major arcana. So I'm going to say, Scorpio, that you should expect a lot of change over the weekend. I feel like something is about to go off, and you don't see it. That's the thing. And I feel like it concerns a Capricorn or an Aries, maybe a Pisces or a Leo. But it feels like it is this energy here with the Moon energy. It's like this energy doesn't feel good for you. Something has got your intuition on high here, something that you're going to have to be courageous about. The Three of Swords is telling me that something is coming that is going to either disappoint you or break your heart, and you don't see it. It's under the surface. A lie might be coming to the surface. Maybe there's somebody who is lying to you about feelings, or someone who's lying to you in the family. It could be something that's coming up here that is about to come to light. Somebody is about to take a leap of faith to say something. And when they do, it's going to change everything. The Judgment card is here. This is the future energy for me, but I feel like with the King of Swords energy and the Fool, somebody is taking a leap of faith verbally. Like, I'm about to say something, I'm about to blow the top off of some sort of a secret. Now, I don't know who this person is. It could be part of the Emperor energy. Take it as it resonates for you, but this also could be somebody who is in charge, right? Somebody who has the authority to make the best decision for everyone involved. A lawyer, a judge, a magistrate. It could be something like that, psychologist, psychiatrist. But it feels like there is about to be a secret that's going to be spoken about or divulged, and somebody's going to do it, like, is going to take a risk and speak out loud. Possibly about the Ten of Cups. Now, I don't know how the Ten of Cups is involved here. It feels like the Ten of Cups might be something that is being hidden, or somebody in the family is lying to you, or there's a lie that's in the family. The Ten of Cups can be a relationship. It can be a family. This is a singles read, so maybe something has gone on in a relationship that has made you single, and you are holding something under the surface, but you're going to speak up, and it's going to change everything. That's what it feels like here. I want to say what you don't see, and what is hiding in this Moon energy is fear. I feel like the Moon energy is fear. I feel like the Devil energy is fear. It's doubt. It's casting a shadow onto something that you want to bring to light. Your intuition is telling you to be brave and do it. with the strength energy here, and we do have the Three of Swords. But the thing is when you speak up, Scorpio, when you finally say what you're going to say and say it truthfully and honestly, not everyone's going to like it. Someone's going to feel hurt by it. Some people are going to feel disappointed. Some people are going to feel heartbroken. Interesting. Tell me about the Three of Swords. What is it that you want to speak up about here, Scorpio? What is it that you're going to speak up about, my friend? We've got the Six of Swords. You might be moving on. So, oh, maybe you already did. So the Six of Swords is about moving on, right? You might be telling the family, we saw the Ten of Cups, you might be telling the family, look, I'm moving. I'm moving across the world. I'm moving to another state or another province or another country. We do have the Six of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Eight of Cups. So I feel like the reason why there is, I don't know who it is that's going to be upset, but we'll clarify a little bit more. Somebody is going to be upset or feel defeated or feel heartbroken about you leaving. Because the Six of Swords is about leaving. It's detaching from the chaos and moving to the calm, right? And it is also the Eight of Cups, which is emotionally detaching. We did see the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The King of Swords is also the Emperor energy. We have the Six of Wands in the reverse. And the Six of Wands in the reverse tells me that you don't want attention. It's like the reason you haven't said anything is because you don't want the attention. You don't want the spotlight on you. You don't want a bunch of people talking about it. This is very interesting. It feels almost like you're hesitating, and I don't think it's fear, but I think it's fear-mongering. It's like somebody said to you, you shouldn't say that, or you shouldn't say it out loud. And it could be someone who is your boss, or someone who is your father, or someone who is a grandfather. We've got the World card. We've got the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Wands. So you are at some sort of a crossroads where you are making some type of decision to begin something new in the Pentacle world. Something here is materializing, and I think that the Two of Wands tells me that it's high time that you did it. It feels like you are at the crossroads of your life making a decision that's best for you and not best for anyone else involved. So the thing is I feel like it is the best for everyone involved. Let me just contradict myself here for a second. I feel like you feel that the decision you're making and saying out loud, the thing that you don't want to hide under the surface anymore, is something that is eventually going to be best for everyone involved. And I feel like it has something to do with you moving away or disconnecting, and you don't want to talk about it, or you don't want the spotlight, or you don't want other people to know about it, because it's and some people aren't going to be happy about that. We do have the World card here, and that is an achievement, or, we've closed the door on an old chapter. I feel like what you've closed the door on is the Devil energy. I feel like you're no longer scared, or you're now going to come to a place where you're walking through some sort of a portal, which is brought everything full circle, and you're about to begin something brand new here with the Page of Pentacles here. We do have the Star, so this is Aquarius energy, and again it goes back to the King of Swords that we saw on the bottom of the deck. But the Star energy is like, it's your wish fulfillment. I think that you're telling people that you're about to go off and do your own thing, and they got nothing to say about it. You're taking charge of your life, and you've decided that you're going to move, or you're going to detach, and you don't want to hear about it. You don't want the attention. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings, but this is what I'm going to be doing for me. And so it's like you're supposed to find the courage to listen to your intuition. You're supposed to find the courage to not be silent. We have the Hermit here. We have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, you've been thinking about this a long while here. That's what it looks like. We do have the Seven of Pentacles, a very long while. You're like, how am I going to make this work? I have to tell them that I have to go. I'm going on my own path, doing my own thing. I'm the emperor. I'm the one who is ruling my own empire. I should be able to make all the decisions, all the final decisions. And so with the Hermit energy here, I feel like the Hermit energy is telling me that you've been sort of underground, or not talking, or not connecting with people, because you have a really big decision that you have to make that you've been holding under the surface. The Seven of Swords is here. It's being concealed. It's something that's secret. I'm not telling anybody that I've been working on this for a really long time. The Page of Pentacles is here. To me, Pentacles are years. It could be you've been working on this thing for like 5 or 7 years, that you've been working on this plan to go. You've been really working hard on it here. And now it's about time to speak it up. You need to say something about this new passionate path that you're on. I don't think everybody that you know is going to be happy with it here, but you had to make a decision based on your intuition and your wish fulfillment, right? Based on whatever your manifestations are. We do have the Three of Pentacles. It feels like you might be moving for work. You could be moving for work or moving to a new partnership in work. But it does feel like this is a really big decision that's going to set you on this path that you're never going to be able to be stopped on. Like it feels like there's nothing that's going to stop you from doing this thing. It's your wish fulfillment. And you've healed enough to be able to do this. Tell me what this is about, please. Got the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. It does feel like you are telling somebody in the family that you're going. And I feel like you're preparing them, Queen of Pentacles. It feels like you're preparing them by gathering them all together. You're going to gather them all together to tell them something. That you've made a decision, and it's one that you're not going back on. It's solid, grounded, it's already planted in the earth. I've already made the decision. Now I just have to tell these people that I'm going to go. And what I don't want is a bunch of hubbub. What I don't want is a bunch of fanfare. I just want to tell you that I have to do this. I need to step forward for myself. It might be a financial opportunity, but again, we've got Three Pentacles here. We've got Pentacles that are indicating to me that I feel like you've been waiting a really long time to make this decision, and it feels like you are leaving a partnership in order to make a decision that is best for you. Or maybe this is the past energy, so maybe maybe that's why you're here watching this, because you've already left this partnership. And the partnership feels like it is sort of business-like. So whether it was a love relationship or not, it almost feels like you're looking at it as a head over heart kind of emperor. Like you're like, I just gotta go. I gotta go. I've been thinking about it for a long time. I didn't tell you, but I've been putting a lot of work into the next plan, and I'm just telling you now that I'm going out on a new path of passion. That's what it feels like. It's like you're not really giving anybody, like you're not really talking, you didn't talk to anybody about it while you were sort of rolling up to make this decision, but you had to wait until you had, your status, or that you had enough stability, or whatever it is as the emperor, before you could make this decision here. We do have the Eight of Swords. It took you a long time to make the decision. You hung there in self-sacrifice. That's what it is. You're no longer self-sacrificing. You're no longer sacrificing the self for everyone else. And I feel like it is time that you make a decision for yourself to go out and do the thing that you want to do. And the Five of Swords is here. There's going to be conflict and disagreement. The Three of Swords is here. There's going to be people who are going to be disappointed with you and upset with you because you're doing the thing that is best for you. You're going out on some sort of passionate path, and I think you're finally going to gather everyone together, including, like the mother possibly, or the grandmother, or the older siblings, and tell them, look, it's time for me to go. I'm the emperor. I have to go run the empire. I can't hang around here any longer, and I no longer want to be in this partnership. That's what it feels like is coming up this weekend. That's kind of pretty huge. It feels like there's some huge stuff going on for you this week. You're making decisions that no one else wants you to make, but you have to make them because you know they are for you. So we do have the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. We have Leo energy here. We have Gemini energy. We have Virgo and Pisces energy. We have Aries. We have more Piscean energy. We have Aquarius. We do have Leo, more Piscean energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Yeah, there it is, right there. I feel like the World card kind of says it all for the whole reading. You're like, you know what? I'm over it. I'm done. This chapter is closed, and I'm going to move on for me. And then we have the Moon energy, Cancer and Pisces. And then we have the Devil energy, Capricorn, and the Emperor, who is Aries. Very interesting. All right, Sagittarius. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. Sagittarius singles. Sagittarius singles. Sneak peek for this weekend for Sagittarius singles, please. Sagittarius singles. Tell me about Sag singles. We have the Three of Swords. What's going on here? Tell me about the Three of Swords for Sagittarius. The Empress and the King of Pentacles. It feels like, I want to say that your energy is the Empress energy, Sag. And not everybody gets to be the Empress, right? You might have a Libra or a Taurus placement, but the Empress is somebody who is very balanced, feminine leaning energy, but also can have masculine energy as well. All people do, feminine and masculine energies, right? This particular one's leaning feminine. This particular one is leaning masculine, but this masculine also has feminine energy. That's why it could be feminine or masculine. So we have the Empress, right? The Empress, I feel, is you. I feel like you're kind of standing on your own 2 feet and you are doing the things that you need to do for you. I feel like that there is some sort of discontent or some sort of beef between you and the King of Pentacles. Like it feels like with the Three of Swords that it doesn't feel like it's heartbreak, but it does feel like it's disappointment, or that something just didn't work out, or we couldn't agree on something, or maybe there was a third party involved, which could be anything. It could be another person, it could be a job. But the King of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And we do have the Empress energy as well. And between them, we have the Three of Swords. So it almost feels like there could have been some heartbreak or disappointment between you and Taurus, or Virgo Capricorn, because this is a general reading. It could be, and this is Taurus and Libra. So it feels like there is something that has come between you and the King of Pentacles. We have the Strength card. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Hermit energy. Queen of Wands is in the distance. Sorry, Queen of Swords is in the distance. So I want to say that you've had the courage to stand on your own, Sagittarius, and you had to stand on your own because of some sort of disappointment or breakup or something, whatever the Three of Swords is representing. It feels like it's hardship of the mind. So it feels like there was a disconnect between you and the King of Pentacles. But I want to say that the disconnect, or that we're not talking anymore, that things are very quiet. It feels like with the Strength and the Emperor, I feel like the Empress has only become stronger, or has only become more courageous, has been holding back and keeping silent, because you want to give the energy to the King of Pentacles that, you know what, you're the one, you need to make the decision. If you want me, come get me. I don't need anybody. I don't need anything. I'm taking care of myself. I feel like in the future here that you are probably going to be very honest with someone. It does feel like somebody, you and the King of Pentacles here, I feel like 2 people are not speaking. But I want to say that it's almost that this person decided to maybe ghost you, or just is not speaking with you anymore, or just is not answering your messages, and it almost empowered you. Like it's like, fine, you know what, whatever. I'm the Empress. I'm the damn Empress. You don't get to do this stuff to me and think that I'm just going to sit here and weep because you're gone. That's not the way it works. The Empress doesn't need the King. And that's the thing. She's the Queen of Pentacles. She doesn't need the King of Pentacles. It would be nice if the King of Pentacles would ride up, right? But the Queen doesn't need that. And I almost feel like this departure or whatever has come between you and the King of Pentacles has only fed into your strength. It's made you stronger. It's made you want to hold back from this person even more. If they want it, they can come get it, but you're not going anywhere because the Empress doesn't chase. But we do have the Hermit energy and the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles in the reverse for me is like I'm starting to gain stability after a really hard time. And so maybe the King of Pentacles has gained stability and grounding after having some sort of Two of Pentacles issue go on. It's almost like it was a financial impact, or business slowed down or something like that. But it feels like whatever went on, that you two stopped talking. But I think it's the Three of Swords that made you stop talking and not the Hermit energy. I feel like you went into the Hermit energy to gain strength for yourself. But I feel like the King here is somebody who's no longer sharing with you. The Four of Pentacles is here. Shut off and shut down. I feel like this person has kind of gone underground, is no longer giving you reciprocity. 4 and 2 is 6, but they're broken up into 4 and 2. It feels like somebody's no longer, giving you reciprocity. They're shut off and shut down, and it's become really burdensome. And I don't think it's only burdensome for you. I think it's burdensome for the King of Pentacles as well. The Two of Wands is here, and it tells me that something needs to be done. Someone needs to make a move. I feel like you're waiting for the King of Pentacles to make a move, and rightfully so if you're the Empress, right? Now, who's the Empress, right? The Empress is somebody who's very balanced in all the energies. Why? Because she has all of the wisdom of the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. She has all the wisdom. She's stable and sturdy, makes her own money, does her own thing, runs her own house. And I feel like this king is somebody here who is shut off or shut down or can't be vulnerable with you. And so I feel like the fact that things have gotten quiet here, I feel has only recharged you or given you more wisdom, I want to say. The Ten of Wands tells me that this King of Pentacles is feeling really heavily weighed. It feels like this is a burden. The fact that he's shut off and shut down is a burden, but we do have the Two of Wands here that tells me that this person is ready to go on some sort of a new path because they need to make a decision about where they're putting their passions here. Why is the Two of Pentacles in reverse? Got the Ace of Wands, got the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. I think that this king thought that they could find something better somewhere else. That's what it looks like to me. The Queen of Wands to me in a situation like this does feel like the other person. We have the Ace of Wands. It feels like this King of Pentacles went on a passionate path with somebody else. And I feel like it's moving really quickly, like quicker than they would have moved with you. The Knight of Cups tells me that this person has emotional feelings. There's emotion here. Like the emotions crept up on the king about someone else, and before they knew it, they were moving quickly towards romance with somebody else here. So maybe the Three of Swords is a broken heart. Tell me about the Empress and the Three of Swords, please. We have the Ten of Swords, we have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Moon. You thought that you were you thought that things were going okay. You thought that things were strong. The Moon tells me though that you didn't know. You didn't know what the king was up to. And the Nine of Wands tells me that you're exhausted from the fight. Like the Ten of Swords is here, and it tells me that there was a betrayal. The Three of Swords is broken heart. It's disappointment. It's something didn't go right. I feel like the king betrayed you. That's what I want to say. Feel like the king betrayed you, and that's why you're looking at a singles read. But I want to say that whatever happened with the king, it's almost like you took that pain and you alchemized it. You re-upped it. I want to say with the Strength card here and the Hermit, I feel like you went into hermit mode in order to find out what was going on here, and I feel like you gained a lot of wisdom about allowing people to just charge into your life and call the shots. I feel like this King of Wands is somebody who didn't give you enough stability, but you are the stable one. And the Sun is here, that's the breakthrough for you. Is that this person, even though they are the King of Pentacles, I feel like they also are someone who moves in fire, I want to say. Because we have fire, 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 fire. I feel like this person runs after the shiny thing, right? The Queen of Wands is here. Very good looking, very sexy and together on the outside. And it's not to say that you're not, but it feels like this person it feels like the King of Pentacles is somebody who has a lot of money and who can give stability, but chooses not to. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Chooses not to give anyone else stability. This person would rather run after the fire and call it romance. The King of Wands is here, and I feel like you've had a realization or a breakthrough that this person is not going to give you stability. They are not going to give you stability. The Judgment card is here. Your decision is the Two of Swords on blocking this person. So I want to say, Sag, that somebody is that this person is showing up as the King of Pentacles because they have money, because they have a lot of money, things. They probably have a lot of material things, possessions, but this person doesn't share them with anybody. They're miserly. And although it does make them feel heavy that they can't share, they just keep going back to the crossroads. They keep going back and finding something new, finding something new. At the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands, it feels like this person is always chasing the shiny thing. Do you know what I mean? And that they get on this path, and as soon as they find this energy here of the Prince of Cups or the Knight of Cups, it's like all of a sudden the Wheel of Fortune's in the reverse and we stop. So I'm going to say that this king is not the only person who did that to you. They did it to other people too. Because it feels like this prince here with it, it's like everything is, they're doing the same cycle. They're in a cycle that they did with you. They're doing with somebody else now. And when they get to the point where this person wants more out of them, romance, it's just going to shut down and shut off because it's not divine timing. So I feel like your realization this weekend is that this person, even though they could choose to do it, that they're not choosing to do it. And I feel like you're taking it as a lesson, taking it in as wisdom. And I feel like your decision is the Two of Swords. You're like, nope, I'm not letting this person back in. They've hurt me for the last time. We've got the Prince of Wands, who is the Knight. We have the King of Wands over here. So I feel like this person is the King of Knights and the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, and they don't give a whole lot of stability. They didn't give you any. They're the Emperor. They think they can do what they want. They think that they're in charge. They can do what they want, that everybody wants them because they have a lot of money, because they have a lot of status, because they have a lot of pentacle wealth. They have a lot of material wealth. And so this is how this person goes through life, is just chasing the shiny thing, the first kiss, the first handhold, the first of everything. And they've already run through you. That's what it feels like. They've already had a relationship with you and it didn't work. But it's like this king who's the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. They have money, but they run through passion. It feels like that with the Knight showing up here, that they don't give anybody stability. Once they get to a point where we're falling in love or we feel feelings, it stops. They cut off and they go back to the beginning and start again. We have Pisces and Cancer. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Virgo and Pisces. We have Virgo energy. We have Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the Sun, which is Leo. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, more Leo energy. And then we have Libra and Taurus. All right. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Sneak peek for this week for the singles. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Tell me about Capricorn. Sneak peek for the weekend, for the singles. Single Capricorn. Tell me what's coming up for single Capricorn, please. We do have the Lovers, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Why is that? Tell me more. We have the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Page of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So I think that Capricorn, there is somebody here that you would choose given the chance. But I want to say that the person that you're choosing is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. The Queen of Wands in the reverse doesn't really care. I don't really care about you. I care about one thing. Getting the things for me that are passionate. The Queen of Wands in the reverse is someone who's kind of lazy, someone who doesn't really care if they work. This is someone who's not going after their goals. They're codependent. It is somebody who looks really good, who's really attractive. And, people get confused with this energy all the time, that they think that because the person looks good or they're attracted to them physically, that must mean we're compatible. And it's a decision that people make that get us into trouble all the time. We all do it, even me, like we all do it, right? So it feels like there is somebody here that I feel that you're very connected to, or feel like you're in love with, or feel like you would choose should the situation be different. I want to say that if this person is somebody that you're dating right now, and this is a singles reading, but to me, dating is single. To me, you're single until you put a ring on it. So I feel like you are sort of overthinking about this Queen of Wands in the reverse, feminine or masculine, right? And it does feel like with the Eight of Swords energy here that you're overthinking it, you're watching them on the internet, you're worried that they're going to end it with you, you want to know if they're going to invest. Like, this person's got you up in your head. Look at all these swords. They got you scared that they're going to end it with you. And you're like stepping around landmines because this person is so incredibly attractive and desirable and probably gives you great intimacy, great chemistry, that you don't want to let this person go. And I feel that you feel, because this person looks good, because they make you feel desirable, because they give you intimacy, that you don't want to let them go, that they are the soulmate. Now, the Lovers does tell me that it is a choice. You do have a choice here, right? And I feel like you are choosing the Queen of Wands. Some of you are. Maybe not all of you will, but some of you are. Tell me about the Queen of Wands in the reverse, please. Yeah, this is not good energy here. It is not. Look at that. Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Queen of Wands being in the reverse, I told you all the things about that, and then the Devil shows up. This person's got either addictions or they're very obsessed with themselves. They're obsessed with their ego. They're obsessed with the way that they look and the way that they move and the way that they date. This person is very disconnected. Five of Pentacles. They might be someone who doesn't have a lot of money because they're lazy. The Five of Pentacles is here. This is someone who's not getting up to do anything. They're not an independent person. They choose to find people to attach to that might have money because they don't have any. We have the Knight of Wands here, which tells me that this person is all about the passion. They don't give any stability. They don't really care about stability. They get what they want because they're egoic, because they're selfish. And so I feel like you're constantly thinking about this person. And I don't know if you know the depth of their black dark energy, but it does feel like it is dark energy here. It feels like it's energy that is kind of aloof, disconnected. This person runs on fire, and this person has one thing on their mind all the time. It's how to get what they want. And that's what the Devil energy is. How to get sex, how to get money, how to get people to listen to me, how to get people addicted to me, attracted to me. That's what it feels like. And the Ace of Cups is in the reverse. Yeah, you need to keep this person at arm's length. You do. Because this person's going to show up as romance. They're going to show up as, oh, I'm interested in you. It's an interesting romantic connection. But I'm going to say that you need to watch this person. This is not the person for you. So if you're feeling brokenhearted because you're here and you're single, then I'm going to say stay away from this person. Just be careful. We have the Queen of Wands, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Four of Wands. So what I want to say is that with this Page of Swords here, that you need to learn to speak up. You need to learn to know when it's not the right thing and turn the other way. The Queen of Swords is the one who speaks up, liberates themselves from the pain, from the anguish, and from the watching. You need to stop watching this person online. I feel like this person is someone who doesn't give you any stability, who comes in and out of your life. So you are single. This person hasn't claimed you. And I feel like you need to learn to stand up on your own 2 feet and say something about that. I don't like the way that you're treating me, but the thing is that usually the reality of it is most people won't say anything because they're attracted to the person. They like having them on their arm. They like when this person takes them out and people say, oh, that person's really good looking. How did you bag that one? You know what I mean? Like it feels like that energy. The Two of Cups is here, and then we have the Four of Swords. So I want to say that the reason that you don't say anything is because you don't want to be left alone, but the truth of the matter is this person is just crashing into your life. You need to keep them at arm's length, my friend. This person is not the one for you. They could be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, but please understand they don't have to be. This is a fire sign, and these are the actions of the Queen of Wands in reverse. This could be someone of any sign who's acting this way. This is not exclusive to the fire signs. I feel like your best bet is to find your voice and say something and end it and just say, look, don't come back, because the Queen of Swords is here with the Ten of Swords. It's like somebody knows already that there's going to be no investment here, and there's going to be some sort of betrayal. I think that you feel it already, but you like when this person comes around, like the Knight of Wands is the one who's taking risks. I always see the Knight of Wands as the van life person, right? The person who's like just going from person to person and place to place, and I don't have any rules. And I think that's enticing to you, but this person doesn't intend to love you. They have no intention in getting into a love relationship. This is what they do to everybody. So we do have the 10 of Swords here, and it's because of the 8 of Cups. This person is disconnected emotionally. They don't know what it's like to love. They don't even love themselves. They just sort of run on whatever people will give them, whatever they can attach themselves to. Whatever they can attach themselves to is what they'll do at that time. But then quickly it moves into the 5 of Pentacles. They end up detaching, being on the outside looking in, and then they're just going to come in and out of your life whenever you allow them to do that. And that's really what it's about, Capricorn. Are you going to allow it? Because if you allow it, this is going to continue on. So we do have betrayal here because somebody here is in the 8 of Cups. They pulled away emotionally. And then we do have the 7 of Pentacles. You start thinking, is it really worth it for me to put all the energy that I'm putting into this connection? The 3 of Pentacles tells me that you're learning a lesson. That, this person is teaching these kids here about apples and apple trees. And I feel like you're learning a lesson. This person, sometimes people show up in our lives as teachers, and that's the teacher for you. I feel like this person is supposed to teach you your worth by showing you what you don't want. Tell me about the Lovers. I've got the 7, the 6 of Swords, and the Emperor. Yeah, you got to take charge of the situation. Cut away from the chaos, going to the calm. You need to cut away from the 7 of Swords. This person's a liar. They say whatever they need to say in order to get what they want to get. And I feel like you need to get it together here. The Emperor energy is telling me that you need to take charge and tell this person, no, you can't do this. You can't do this anymore. All you want is the Ace of Wands, and that's not what we're doing here. That's not what my intention was. And we do have the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. Your intention is to find someone who's your forever person, someone who's going to make you happy, move in with you, maybe get married. We got the 4 of Wands here, a soulmate. This person is not your soulmate, Capricorn. We have the 2 of Swords here, which tells me it ends up in you having some balance, karmic balance, because you decided to block this person from coming into your life. So I feel like, and the Justice card holds a sword, and then we have the 2 of Swords. That's 3. We've got heartbreak, disappointment, and sadness, and that's where this ends up, unfortunately. So we do have Pisces. We do have the Emperor, who is Aries. We have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. We do have Capricorn energy. We have Gemini and Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. All right, Aquarius. Let's find out what's going on for you, Aquarius singles, for this weekend. Tell me about Aquarius singles, please. Tell me about Aquarius singles. Sneak peek for the weekend. Tell me about Aquarius singles, please. We've got the 8 of Cups. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. We've got the 3 of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. I feel like there's a partnership that you want to invest in. And to me, the partnership is not about love. To me, the partnership is about business or friendship. And it feels like you want to invest in some type of partnership. I feel like that the person that you want to invest in is a hard worker. They might have a business, or they might invite you into a group of people who are like entrepreneurs. It feels like you go with your Ace of Pentacles. You're ready to make some sort of an investment in some type of partnership. We do have the 8 of Cups. You're keeping your feelings out of it. I feel like you're keeping your feelings out of it. You are with the 7 of Wands, it tells me you're kind of standing your ground, keeping everyone at arm's length, that you could cut out at any moment. The 6 of Swords, if it gets chaotic here for you, emotionally chaotic, you're just going to cut out. The Knight of Wands tells me that you're ready to make some sort of exciting step forward, like a risk. You're ready to take a risk. It almost feels like a risk in business or a risk in this partnership. Or that this is, for me, this is the combination of friends with benefits, the Knight of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. Now, look, it might not be something like that for you. And if it's not, don't take it. And that's why we say take the parts that are yours and don't take the rest. But I feel like there is some sort of an investment here. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles here. It's like the beginning of something new. A new path is opening where it looks really solid and grounded to you. It looks safe for you to proceed here. Tell me about this. So I feel like that this Nine of Pentacles is telling me that you've either saved your money or you are someone who has built your wealth all by yourself, your material items. You've built all of that alone. Nobody's helped you do that. But, you know, being alone or being single feels like it's a little bit burdensome for you. That's what it feels like. It's like, yeah, I have it. I've built it all. I have the house. I have the car. I have, you know, I travel whenever I want. It feels like maybe you're not rich, but it feels like you manage your money really well. Maybe you have a business. Maybe you have multiple businesses, but it feels like this single energy here is what is a little bit burdensome for you. I feel like you're ready to take a leap of faith. So I feel like when you enter this partnership here, you enter it with this Ace of Pentacles, wanting to be able to take a step forward into something exciting and desirable and fun. But it's almost as if you're like, yeah, this is what I want, but I'm going to stay emotionally detached just in case. Like it feels like the Eight of Cups is like, I'm not going to put my whole heart into it. I'm going to invest with a pentacle, maybe financially, or maybe, you know, in a grounded, solid, sturdy sort of way. I'm going to invest in something that has got, you know, it's got three legs at least, right? We've got the Three of Pentacles, and then the fourth one makes it a square, an absolute sturdy and solid sort of relationship. But it's like you've been holding on to the hope that something would come along in terms of romance, I feel. Tell me about the Eight of Cups, please. Why is the Eight of Cups here? I feel like you're not ready to settle for anything, is what I want to say, Aquarius. You're not going to settle for the passion. You're not going to settle for just the emotions. I feel like you're looking for something super specific, and that's why when you go into this new group of people, maybe it's a bunch of people that you met from work or at the workplace, or it could be just, you know, networking with people, because I think for some of you, you might be an entrepreneur, but for some of you, that could be the workplace, and maybe it is, you know, that you've decided that you're just going to go into a group of people and see, you know, wave your pentacle in the air and see if anybody wants to invest. I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. We've got the Four of Wands. We've got the Queen of Wands, and we have the World card in reverse. We've got the Eight of Cups. The World card in reverse says there's unfinished business here with the Queen of Wands. And the Four of Wands is here. I feel like you are looking for someone to settle down with. That's what it looks like. You're looking for someone to settle down with, be solid and dependable with. It feels like the Four of Wands is here. You're looking for a solid, stable relationship. Solid and stable is the Three of Pentacles. A partnership of sorts. So I want to say that, Aquarius, you're looking at this very logically, which is your energy, right? Because I seem to be looking at this very logically. And so you're like, logically, I could find a partnership. I don't have to live with that person. I don't have to marry that person. But it can start off very slow, which is all the pentacles we're seeing. I don't mind taking the leap of faith into some sort of partnership, right? Where we get to know each other, things are moving super slow. There might be an investment in the Four of Wands, but we'll look at that later, because I'm not putting my energy into that. I'm not putting my emotional energy into that. I don't want to settle for anything. That's what it feels like here. You're like, I don't want to settle for it. If the Four of Wands should come along and I find someone that I'm attracted to and it's passionate and fun and exciting, and we end up getting into something that is solid and dependable, like as a sturdy relationship, then maybe I'll do that. But I want to say that there's a Queen of Wands and the World in reverse here. So it almost feels like you've got unfinished business as the Queen of Wands, or with the Queen of Wands. And that might be why you're disconnected with your emotions, because I feel like you've been hurt before. That might be why you're here looking at a singles reading, because it feels like you have unfinished business with the Queen, but you're in this Eight of Cups, which is disconnect. It's disconnected feelings. We're not talking about feelings. I know we have unfinished business. Somebody here moved away from the connection, and now we're sort of keeping each other at arm's length. Tell me about the Seven of Wands, please. We have the Chariot, we have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Seven of Swords. The reason that you're keeping people at arm's length, I think, is because you don't want things to move too quickly. The Chariot is here. That is quick energy. The Eight of Wands is here. That is quick energy. And then we have the Seven of Swords. I feel like you're not telling anybody that this thing is going to have to go slow. If it starts to go fast, then I'm checking out. Yep, the Judgment card is here. I'm checking out. I need something slow. I don't want something fast. We have the Three of Wands. It feels like you are waiting for a passionate connection, but it feels like what you're keeping concealed or not telling anybody is that you need this to go slow. You're willing to put the energy and the work in on it. You're ready to make the decision with the Seven of Pentacles, but it feels like with the Three of Wands that you're going to wait for someone to approach you. It's like, I'm not jumping in. I'm not doing the chasing. If someone wants to chase me, that's fine. I feel like you still have unfinished business with something from the past, but it feels like that past thing is over because you're showing up here as someone who's single. So I think that as you go into this energy of being open to another partnership, you're still not over the last thing. Please take the time to heal, because you're just going to crash into someone else's life, or they're going to crash into you. And it's just going to end up in heartbreak and heartache anyway. We do have the Lovers here. We have the King of Cups, and we do have heartbreak and heartache. There it is. So you've had your share of being broken in love, of being disappointed and hurt because of the Knight of Wands. People who don't want to give you stability, people who are just coming in and out of your life with the passionate thing. Friends with benefits is what everybody's after. Like, I feel like that's what you're thinking. I'm not really into that. What I'm looking for is to make a choice with someone who is emotionally stable, emotionally ready. But the thing is, what keeps you where you are is that you've been brokenhearted in love before. And I feel like it's because that you're not able to show people your feelings on the surface, that people end up coming in and out of your life, and then they feel maybe that you're not very emotional. And it's just that you're looking at things very logically. I don't think it's that you're not emotional. I think that you're presenting as someone who's disconnected or detached emotionally. But I want to say it's because you look at life in a very logical, head over heart way. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think that it always ends up with you having your heart broken. You make the choice to get into some sort of relationship. It gets to here, the friends with benefits stage, and then it doesn't work. And that's what happened with the Queen of Wands. So I feel like this weekend that it does feel like you're going to meet someone in a partnership and you're ready for it. But please don't, I'm just going to say, please be aware of your cycle. Your cycle is meeting someone new, jumping in, getting into the passionate part of it, and then feelings come up and either you check out or they check out. Somebody does. Take it as it resonates for you. But then we end up, I end up choosing you in love, but then heartbreak ensues. Now, I don't know if this is just because this is what you've always done. So you always got what you always got because you always did what you always did, right? So it's time to make a change and do something different, I think. So I feel like that's why you want it to go slow. I feel like you're looking at the Pentacles. You want to invest in something that's a partnership first. I want to get to know you. I want to be your friend. I want to find out what's going on with you. We need some stability. We need dependability. I feel like that's what you want to do before you even think about getting into another relationship. But I just want to say, I don't think your healing's done from the last person that hurt you. I feel like you were in an engagement, or maybe you lived with the Queen of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo here. There is unfinished business with the Queen of Wands. And so having that big gaping hole in your heart might cause you to make decisions that you wouldn't make otherwise, because it feels like there's something that broke up here. And I feel like that's why you're single, is because something broke up here. But I don't think anything has been resolved. I don't think you've healed the self. So yeah, be careful of your patterns, right? There's the pattern. The Nine of Swords is about knowing your patterns. It's also about being stuck in a pattern. So we have the Nine of Cups, right? And then we have the Ace of Cups. So I feel like the Ten of Cups is in the future, but I really do feel like you need to get out of this pattern. This pattern of doing the same things the way that you always did them. And when you decide to do something different, you'll get something different than you ever got. We do have Aries energy. We have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have Gemini energy. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Virgo energy. We have Virgo and Pisces energy. Sagittarius, we got Cancer. That's it. All right. Tell me about Pisces. Here we go, Pisces. This is for you. single Pisces. Sneak peek for the weekend, single Pisces. Tell me about single Pisces, please. What's going on with single Pisces? Sneak peek for the weekend. Tell me about single Pisces, please. What is coming up for you, my two fishes friends? What's coming up here? We do have Judgment in the reverse. Just making sure that my cards are in the right side up. Okay, so we've got the Judgment in the reverse, which tells me that someone is holding off making a decision of some sort, or that someone has misjudged a situation or a person. Can I hold on to these cards, Pisces? What's going on? We've got the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Interesting. Queen of Wands is, of course, feminine or masculine, right? This is feminine leaning energy, but also masculine energy here, depending on who you're dealing with. I want to say that you've misjudged some sort of romantic connection. Could be with a fire sign, could be with a water sign, could be with a Virgo or a Pisces, but this is water, right? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Somebody has made a bad decision or is about to make a bad decision or has had a misjudgment here. We've got the Five of Wands in the reverse. We've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. And then we have the King. Interesting. Just going to pull a few more cards here before we start reading. Just want to know what this Judgment is here. Tell me about the Judgment being in the reverse, please. Tell me about the Judgment in the reverse. We have the Hanged Man. We have the King of Cups. Oh. You know what I think? I feel like this King of Wands, so Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, it could be, doesn't have to be. It feels like somebody here has decided that they don't care if there's competition for your love. That the Five of Wands being in the reverse is like, I don't care if there's competition. I'm no longer in indecision. It feels like, I don't know who you are, the King or the Queen of Wands, but I feel like the masculine has made a decision. I don't care if there is competition for the Queen. I really don't care. I'm going to go anyway. There is somebody here who's been thinking about coming forward and telling you about their feelings. So I think that this King is probably not very good with expressing their emotions or their feelings. Now, I think they're showing up as the King, and they could be any other sign. Please understand that the King of Wands is somebody who goes after things, right? They feel inspired, they go get it, they want it. This person, there's nothing that's going to stop them from getting what they want. They're very tenacious, right? Just like the Queen of Wands, right? This is someone who's forged through fire, someone who's used to going to get what they want. I feel like the misjudgment, or this thing here, the Judgment in the reverse, is that I feel like with the Hanged Man energy that you've been thinking about it and trying to feel it out, but what the misjudgment is that you don't realize that this person actually is emotionally available. They are emotionally available. They are someone who is ready for love. They are coming with the Ace of Cups. The Knight is here holding the Ace of Cups. We've got two cups here. And I feel like your misjudgment is you're judging this person in fire. So because the King is the King of Fire, that one is the one who's going to approach you and, tell you that you're beautiful and be very attracted to you. And, it's like a chemistry between the two. And it almost can feel like a love bomb. Right? This person is like, wow, you're beautiful. And you know what I mean? They'll approach you in a way that is fire first, desire. And it might be that you misjudge this person, that they actually have the King of Cups energy as well. And that this is a romantic connection. I want to say that I'm speaking to someone that's single, that is about to be approached by someone who's going to approach them in fire. Because I feel like you are very good looking, you're very attractive on the outside, the inside, your energy is good, you have a lot of desire, but I feel like you're also someone who's highly intuitive, someone who really depends on their intuition to get the perception. So I think your perception of the King is going to be that this person's just in it for one thing. And I feel like you're going to to misjudge this person, because I feel like they are showing up as the King of Cups and with the Ace of Cups, right? It's holding the Ace of Cups in the hand. It's like it moves really quickly because that's what this king wants, and you don't trust it. You feel like, I don't know, I could be getting into a love bomb situation. This person didn't even ask me if I was single, but the king doesn't care. The king wants what the king wants, right? The king doesn't care if you're single or not. Tell me about the Five of Wands in the reverse, please. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Is in the reverse. We've got the Five of Swords, and we've got the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like the Five of Wands belongs to the King of Wands. I want to say with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse that somebody here has decided to slow down or make a decision based on criteria that is logical, because the Two of Pentacles is here in the reverse. When it's in the upright, it's like everything's moving really fast. I'm juggling a lot of things. But for me, for the Two of Pentacles in the reverse is more like I need to slow this down and think about it for a moment. I need to stop juggling things. I need to make a really clear and logical decision if I'm going to pursue the queen. I don't really care if the queen's single. I'm going to find that out later on, but I'm going to try and use my good looks, my desire, my good energy, this delicious energy to try and lure the queen. And I don't mean lure in a bad way, but I feel like the queen is already judging the king, seeing them across the room, saying, all right, here he comes. Here comes, the one that's always hitting on me. Like, whether it's, a certain person that you know or someone that you don't know. Maybe this is something that goes on for you all the time. But with the Five of Swords here, it feels like the king wants to slow down, because I feel like the king is very aware that they can be a little bit aggressive. And they're with what they say and how they move. The Eight of Swords is in the reverse. And so I feel like this person has gotten out of their head. But what they want to do is they want to slow down because they want to avoid the argument or the fight. And I don't know that you know this person at all. Maybe you do for some of you. But it does feel like this person, the king is aware that they look like a love bomber. They're aware. And I say love bombing because that is a narcissistic thing. If somebody is like hitting on it hard, like all the time, right? It's like a love bomb, and you should be aware of that. Be wary of that. And it can come with the King of Wands, but not always. It can be any sign, right? So this king here has been waiting for what? Waiting a long time. Waiting a long time for the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So this person, I feel, meets you, sees you across a crowded room. I don't care what the scenario is, but when this person meets you, they feel like they got to make a change because they're very attracted to you, but you're judging them already, and they can feel that. You're taking things with your perception and saying, no, I'm looking for the King of Cups. I'm looking for emotionally available. I'm looking for someone who is, is very deep and kind and loving and protective. I'm not looking for fire. And I feel like you automatically judge this person. But what I want to say is I think that they are the King of Wands and the King of Cups. I think this person is coming at you in fire because that's their usual shtick. It's what works for them. But I feel like this person has been waiting a long time for something to change for them. And I think they see you as someone who is the change. Yeah, it's the moment of alchemy here. So we've got the moment of alchemy. We've got the Magician here. We've got Temperance here. And we do have the Five of Cups in the middle. So I want to say that it's the moment of alchemy. You're judging this person. You don't want to be taken by the king again. You don't want to be taken by the passion and what they look like. You want to get to know this person deeply underneath the surface. I think that this king is that king. I think that they are the same. And I think that this person wants to do that too. But they're so used to getting what they want with their looks that I think that they come forward that way. So I feel like you're thinking, okay, it's the moment of alchemy, but am I going to get my heart smashed because I'm looking for my wish fulfillment? And it feels like this king here has been waiting for change, waiting to move slower, to act slower. They've been waiting for a long time for something in their life to change. They've been waiting to meet somebody. So I think that the king has been sort of underground or healing, or because the Four of Swords is in the reverse, which tells me that somebody has been not really communicating with people when the Four of Swords was in the upright, and healing, right? Trying to get stability of the mind. And it feels like this is like this first person's first time out since their breakup, or since they've been single. I feel like this person's trying to heal their heart. The Knight is holding their heart here. We do have the Sun, we have the Fool in the reverse, and then we have the Death card. Ooh. I think that the King sees what he's doing and knows, I feel like you're going to let the King know that he's got to approach you differently, that you're a different person than all of the other ones. We have the Sun, which is the clarity. It's also growth. But we have the Fool in the reverse, which means that this King doesn't care if he looks like a fool in front of everybody. It's like he's got to have you. That's what it feels like. And then we have the Death card. This person is willing to transform. They're willing to change. But this is somebody who just speaks their mind. They speak their mind and they don't care if it causes burdens with other people. We have the Knight. So they do look like the Knight. They look like someone who's never going to give you stability here, but stability is what's on their mind. We do have the Queen of Pentacles here and the Two of Swords. It feels like they're not saying so. They are not, I want to say this person isn't the best at reading the room. That they come at you this way because it works for them. It's always worked for them. They're irresistible. People find them irresistible, but you're not about it. You're the Queen of Wands and you are the tenacious one. You're the one that takes care of yourself. You're independent. You don't need this person and you're very wary of love bombers. And so you'd misjudge this person immediately, but I want to say that underneath this King of Wands is the King of Cups who's got the Ace of Cups. So I'm going to say take it slow. Take it really slow. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here. And, you know, keep your guard up, I'm going to say, but take your blindfold off so you can really see this person for who they are. And maybe you could, I think that this King has a hard time slowing things down. That's what it feels like. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, and I want to say that this person, after a long time, is hoping that things are going to change in a fortunate way because their heart has been broken as well. So they're not really sure if they want to get into a full-on relationship. That's something you should probably talk about before you get into anything with this person. But I'm going to say that this person is somebody who is incredibly adorable, and it worries you. Yeah, I think that this King also worries about getting into a relationship. So this person is used to working in fire. Got the Seven of Pentacles here. It's been a long time since the King has been in a solid relationship. The King of Wands. It's been a long time since they've been in a solid relationship. So it really is up to you. You're going to meet them at some sort of a social gathering. I think that's why I said across a crowded room. It feels like you're going to meet them at a friend's place or a social gathering of some sort. And you may or may not know them. It feels like you won't. But it feels like they're going to feel you from across the room because you two have the same energy. They're very attractive. You're very attractive. You're in fire. They're in fire. So just be wary of it. I'm not telling you not to do it, but I'm just saying be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. This person is going to come in. They might be younger than you, and that might freak you out as well. But they feel like they're going to come up to you and make conversation with you. This is someone you're never going to have to pursue. The King is going to do all the pursuing. The King of Wands and the King of Cups are the ones who will do the pursuing. So I feel like this person could either be younger than you, or you could meet them at a child's birthday party. Absolutely, somebody could bring them along, or someone could bring you along to a child's birthday party. I'm just going to leave it there. Be careful with this devil energy here. You don't really, I feel like you're kind of keen on it though, because the moon is in the reverse, which is the sun. So I think that you see people when they're toxic, when they're coming at you. So I feel like you're not going to be too worried. You got your arms open to this person. I don't think this King is toxic. I just think that they're used to getting what they want because of the way they look. And this King is also ready for love, but you don't see it because they're kind of coming up to you like, hey, baby. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like it worries you because you have a lot of that because you're very attractive. You have a lot of people who love bomb you, and I think you just need to be wary, but I think you're misjudging this one. I think this one is also the King of Cups. Just take it slow, right? Queen of Pentacles, take it very slow. Make it move very, very slow. That's all. And you'll figure it out before anything terrible really happens, before you get taken advantage of or whatever it is. I don't think that this King means to take advantage of anything. I just think they're really excited when they see how attractive you are and you're the one that they want to pursue. I think that's what it feels like here. It looks toxic on the surface, but I think we're dealing with the King of Cups and the King of Wands. All right, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you guys. I'm out for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love ya. Bye-bye.